Okay, we are back, and this is the end of the trail. Well, the end of the Alpharetta portion of the trail. There's about a 3,000 foot gap between the Alpharetta trail gap, well, the Big Creek Greenway Alpharetta loop, and the Forsyth section. So I'm going to make a video about that, but you got to go down a road to the right here, and then over to a road called Ronald Reagan, and that's where the Forsyth uh, section starts. But we're not going to go there today because it is too hot. So we are going to now do our return trip back to where we started. Good to bring plenty of water on these hot days because you're gonna need it. All right, we're on our way back. This is, I guess, the Union Hill State Park, or Union Hill Park. That's the pop-up skate park. So if you want to bring your skateboard with you, you can practice doing your tricks. So when you get to this road up here, people are supposed to stop, and mostly they do. But just like any other road crossing, you gotta, it's on you. It is on you. I'm gonna let this truck come on. Even though they're supposed to stop, you can't trust them. All right, on our way back. No more roads to deal with. Such a great day. I don't know if you've seen my daily ride video, but across one major, and it's like, death defying every time you go across it because you just can't trust people to pay attention or even obey the rules. I don't think most people really know the rules or care, maybe, when it comes to not just a bike, but any vehicle in an intersection. But anyway, you don't have to worry about that when you're on these trails. The Greenway is a wonderful trail. The Silver Comet's a wonderful trail. So I recommend them to anybody that has access to the North Georgia suburbs. And really all the way out west, the Silver Comet goes all the way into Alabama. So it's a great long ride if that's what you're looking for. Myself, we do, my friends and I, we will do sections. Like my video on the Rock Mart to Cedartown. There's another one we're going to do from Rambo to Rock Mart, which is a lot less hilly. Once you get to Rock Mart going west, things start getting hilly. Some are pretty big hills. But from Atlanta to there, it's a pretty smooth and level ride. It's a lot more. There's the golf course with the big fan on the green. It's a lot more fun and relaxing to ride trails like this. Even though you have to deal with pedestrians and other bicyclists, you don't have to deal with cars. And you run into another bicyclist, it's gonna, skin you up, but you hit an F-150 and that's gonna be about the end of it. Morning. I guess it's still morning. I don't know. I took off about 10, so or 9:30. Probably still morning. I've been in that lake with my golf ball. Ugh. Not only is it almost a 180, it's uphill. We got little squirrel. You see, doggone it. You never know what they're gonna do. I guess that's why they call them squirrels. Rad power bikes.
Electric Electric assist or full throttle?
It's a class 2, so it's got assist and throttle.
Gotcha. You like it?
Oh, I love it. Coming on your left. Well, that was interesting. Got to talk about my bike. So when she asked me what is it, there's 3 kinds of e-bikes. There's a class 1, which is pedal assist only. So if you don't pedal, you don't move. There's a class 2 it's got the pedal assist, but it's also got a throttle. So if you wanted to, you could ride it like a Honda. On your left. It's great. The throttle is what I have. It's a class 2. And for people who don't have great knees, or you don't want to start shifting up and down when you come to stop signs or getting on and off, then it's great. I mean, saves your knees, gets you out of trouble if you get in a situation where you can't pedal for whatever reason. You're not strong enough, or you didn't see the hill coming and you're in the wrong gear. It'll pedal for you, basically. It'll get you up the hill. And then there's a class 3. So, okay, class 1 and class 2 cannot exceed 750 watts in the United States. That's 1 horsepower. And in Georgia, anything 1 horsepower or less is considered a bicycle. So anywhere a bicycle can go, this thing can go without any problem. Federal's different because each of the rangers that run the park can say what can and can't go on a trail, but typically it's fine there too. So hang on a second, I got to get through here. So class 3 is any e-bike with a motor of over 1,000 watts, nominal, which means that you pedal it, it'll go up to 1,000 watts of power, basically. So that's illegal in a lot of places. Typically, you're supposed to only ride them on the road where they're legal, completely legal on any street. But trails like this, they would be considered illegal. Now, some have throttles, some do not. And honestly, probably if you don't go over the speed limit, nobody's even gonna know. I mean, no, there's not a ranger station that checks to see what class e-bike you're riding. So, you know, again, as long as you're obeying the rules, not doing things that you're not supposed to do, because clearly these road cyclists on here go way faster than you can on any e-bike, except maybe the electric motorcycles. So that's what. And when she asked me, I've got a class 2, so I've got a pedal assist and throttle, which, in my opinion, for older riders especially, it's almost mandatory unless you're really good shape, because it can get you out of a lot of trouble. But it's everybody's preference. Just like there's a hub drive and a mid drive, so that's where they put the motor. They put the motor either where the pedals are, or they'll put it in the rear hub of the wheel. And you know, it's personal preference, really. I think a lot of the really expensive mountain bikes, and I'm talking $10,000, $12,000 mountain bike and higher, have mid-drive setups because you get a lot more control. It feels more like a regular bike, I guess, a little bit. Um, but you get a lot more torque. So I think the reason a lot of the mountain bikers use it is to get up the hill so they can fly down it. Um, Mine's a rear hub, so and it's fine. I mean, there's plenty of torque for um, any of the hills in Atlanta and most of the hills up in the North Georgia mountains. So that's the lesson on e-bikes for today. So by the time I finish to talk about how far can you go on an e-bike, with today's ride and Monday's ride, because I didn't charge the battery in between, that'll be 40 miles, maybe a little more, and I won't be at half battery usage. So, you know, if you go like that, you can say, well, you could go 80 miles. I don't know if you could do that because the lower the battery gets, the quicker it burns juice. So, but you could do 60, I suspect, if it's a good flat trail, and not have any problem. You need good hydraulic brakes though on an e-bike. Don't even think about one without that if you're going to go up any hills at all. But even though it's probably well into the 90s now, it's nice on this trail. On your left. What that was all about. A lot of bikes out today. Don't really see that. I didn't see that many Monday. Certainly on the Silver Comet Trail during the week there. I mean, you're by yourself, which is not necessarily a great thing because if you break down, you're literally in the woods. Here, while it looks like you're deep in the jungles, you're really not. I mean, you can walk up that set of flight of stairs and be on the street. Okay. This is always a problem when people meet right when you need to get through. On your left. Thank you. On your left. So we're coming to the end of this ride. Good day. Good ride. Of course, any day's a good ride. And again, this is the Alpharetta section of the Big Creek Greenway. So it's about 20 miles from where I parked to the end of the trail and back. It's a little further if you get in at Roswell. A lot of boardwalks there, so you got to be prepared for that. And but other than that, it's a great bike path, either for an e-bike or a regular bike. It's nice and flat and smooth. So no potholes to deal with, no cars to deal with. Just a nice, relaxing, fun ride. Again, the only thing you gotta watch out for are the signs, because it does get a little confusing sometimes. Like up here when we're gonna have to turn to get to the park. If you're not careful, you'll miss it and you'll go into Roswell, which is, it's fine. I mean, it's Roswell's a fun place. But everything is well marked, so there's no real issue with finding your way. You just got to pay attention. Ooh, nice and cool. Cloud must have come over the sun. On your left. So you might ask why I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. Well, it's spandex. So two good reasons. One is you're still getting the sun here, so it keeps the sun off your arms, and but mostly it's because it's spandex. It's incredibly cool, cooler than if I were just wearing a t-shirt. So for all those people who said they would never wear spandex like me, it really does serve a purpose, so I'm a fan of it now. Okay, I think this is the crossroads, and you take a right to go to the Alpharetta Park, and you take a left to go to Roswell. So we're going to take a right. And all the stations, they call them bike aid stations. So all the car parks, most of them anyway, the ones I've been to, all have these bike aid stations where you can put your bike up on a stand. It's got air. You know, if you need to work on something, you still have to bring your tools, but you know, it's a place to get your bike off the ground and things like that. So and they got restrooms, so it's really nice. They've done a really good job with this Big Creek Greenway. All right, hope you enjoyed the ride. See you next time.